Hello, everyone, and welcome. Stop with your mouth noises, okay? Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Abigail, the ultimate guru. And if you're listening to this right now, it means that I'm probably sick or playing hooky or like Bryden is vomiting into a toilet currently or
I do the
whatever.
show. I do the show when I vomit in the toilets.
Yeah. Well, that's true. We did. Okay, that's just stop burping. You're
Oh
gonna
man,
throw
it
up
tasted
again.
like I haven't had beef
The
jerky since
point.
yesterday, and it tasted like it was weird.
I was just waiting in there for you.
It
Okay,
was
that's
guttural.
enough. Okay, the point is
It was
that
from
we were
that one
recording
was from
this.
the butthole, dude. That one came
Okay.
all the way up.
I hate this. I hate this
I gotta
show.
get.
I hate what you've turned it into. It was like a nice thing where we gave people advice at one point.
Well, the advice
Now it's
is
just
get
bodily functions.
just get digestive enzymes, I guess, because that's what I ordered on the internet.
Yeah, like papaya extract or whatever the hell.
I don't know if does that help with.
I have no idea. It just sounds like something that my mother-in-law would take.
Okay, hold on. It took me a second because I am drinking on this episode. I was thinking
Exciting.
I was thinking your mother would take, and I'm like, let's
My
avoid
mom would take a
that.
lot of things.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. People were doing okay, no, let me finish what I was saying
yeah.
before I get off track.
Oh
You're
yeah, hold
getting
on.
me
No,
off track.
let me
You're
do it.
derailing.
We
No.
are we're here helping. We're the only ones that fucking do you right, baby. We could do you right.
That's not what I was gonna say that it's currently February 7th. And this is
Eh.
the last of the backup episodes that we're recording for this batch. And next week will be the debut of season 2.
So when you're
So it's
listening to
exciting.
this in July, don't be fucking surprised.
Okay. I mean, it probably will be more like November,
It
because
should
we
last
don't
more
skip
than a
that many
year.
episodes. Yeah, well, I don't know what it's going to be. That's beside the point. But you guys don't have to worry about this, okay? You don't have to worry about anything at all because we are here to help you with every part of your life, from medical issues to relationship problems.
Not the foreskin though. I'm leaving it
Not
be.
the No, I'm
Just
sorry.
gonna let
If you
you got foreskin issues, bring it to somebody else.
Be careful who you bring it to because there are people out there that want to take it away. They want to take it from you, and they will.
I want to know how they took mine, and I didn't even get a hat out of it. Like I didn't even get like a tiny little hat that said they took my foreskin, and all I got was this stupid hat.
Yeah. I wish that you at least got something out of it. That would be good.
Yeah, nothing. I think they took some of the dick too. If I look.
Is that your excuse? Is that what you tell women? Is
I
that how you
think
console Erica while she's sobbing at night? Just like, I love you, but it's just not. It's not enough.
I think they took some of the dick. So,
They do sometimes.
well, I mean, yeah, that's just.
It's
And I never got a
jealousy.
chance to like fill it up like a balloon, like in the shower, like guys get to do sometimes.
What?
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Okay,
Guys,
no, okay, stop. We're not talking about this anymore.
I've
That's
heard it.
fascinating as a sentence, but I'm just gonna pretend I never heard it.
Foreskin guys know all
No,
about it.
no,
I never got to do that. They took
it's
it.
weird.
I would
Yeah,
balloon every shower.
that can't be good.
I mean, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything bad about it. There's
Okay,
nothing
look,
wrong.
I don't want to talk about this.
And when I was a kid, what I do is I stretch the nut skin out and like make
Okay,
a little
so we're
pool.
going to move on. How about we just get right into our first story?
You have no
How
idea
about
what
that?
guys do with their dicks.
I don't want to. Why should I ever know?
Because it's fun. Like a vagina is not
No,
fun.
okay, look, we're moving on.
What do you turn it upside down and
Yeah,
get
okay.
fatter as it fills up? That's
Would
not
I
gonna happen.
be? That's okay. Anyway, what?
You'd be like, look at me, I'm Santa Claus. I'm pouring all this water in my puss. That's not the way that it works for women. Men, they got penis origami. It's a whole to do.
I'm just thinking about all the life choices that have led me to this moment, and I feel like I made a lot of mistakes in my life.
Yeah, like
And
being born a hoe instead of a fucking bro. I'm so happy I'm drinking again.
I liked it better when you're a little somehow you're like slower, like you're just not on your feet when you're sober. I
Yeah.
prefer that because I just beat you down, you know. I
Yeah.
win.
It's a lot better when
January's great for me.
I'm in my natural habitat. I'm talking about ball skin. It's great.
Yeah. Um anyway, getting into our Reddit advice segment, and I apologize to everyone. I will be losing my voice over the course of this episode because I am sick
She
and
was cursed
ironically,
by a
we're
gypsy woman that she said something racist to at the 7-Eleven. I personally think that racism is fucking lame. But this little
just they need to learn how to take a joke.
it wasn't
Okay?
a joke what she said. Throwing coins at him and saying "Go get it" ain't a joke.
I thought it was funny.
Well, they didn't, and that's why you're cursed, and that's why you're gonna have to walk up the mountain and get that. What was it, a wand or a cane? And then you get the stupid emblem off your forehead.
I like the emblem. I'm just going to keep the gypsy emblem.
Okay, you said that. You're saying that now, but I was talking to you earlier, and you were complaining about it. You were going, "Oh, I look like an Indian."
Okay, well, you need to stop telling all of my business. Do you not think I tell enough of my business on this show?
You can tell the emblem is stop getting gypsy cursed.
Okay, I'll try not to. It'd be cool if they would just once give me like a cool curse, like how they gave Angel a soul, you know?
Nobody
Maybe I
watches
could
that.
have like two souls.
Nobody. You're definitely two soul. Let's land there.
Oh, no, wait, no.
Or
That's
two
not what I
spirit. Yeah, you're definitely two
You look
spirit.
so
There you go.
pleased with yourself with
You're
that one.
definitely two spirit. You got two
All right.
spirit, huh?
Reddit advice now. We're gonna go to Reddit now. Do 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 do
Mm-hmm.
do. Would I be the asshole for telling a woman that she has a big booty?
No, it's a compliment. You say that. You're like, damn. And now the kids
Yeah,
these
I
days,
feel like
they say that's a gat. And I found out what that gat, and I found out what that meant.
cat.
Yeah, it means it's shortened because Zoomers are retarded or whatever, or
Okay.
they shorten it when they see a big butt. They say it's a gat because it's goddamn.
Oh,
Yeah, that one's actually pretty cool.
that's if you have the problem with all this slang is you have to explain it to people.
No, they just know. I had
They
to. This
just
is old by now, like by a lot.
oh,
I had to find out. I just ask on TikTok. I'm like, I'm a 36-year-old white man. What does this mean? And then they're polite.
and they just tell you. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, because they're like millennial. Okay, they like us for some reason, but they're like, you idiot. And they
Yeah,
don't care.
they just think we're like corny old people or something, I guess. But I had a very different experience when I was in high school and I was asking what ratchet meant. That was all the rage back then.
Sure.
And I said, like, why do you people say ratchet? It doesn't mean anything. It's a tool. And then there was a lot of screaming and throwing of objects. And then the teacher said I was the problem. Okay. I was not
Well,
the one threatening to beat me bloody. Okay. I was not the one making threats and assaulting me. Okay.
you insulted their culture. Okay.
How? I was asking a question. Why do you say this? What does it mean? Can you explain to me what this means? And then they freaked out, you know? And apparently, okay, that's the day I found out that you people is not okay to say.
Yeah.
I I meant, you people who use slang words.
We've told this story before, and it all
Yeah.
ends with none of those people understood where the term "you people" being offensive even came from. It was Ross Perot, if I remember correctly.
Mm,
So
yeah.
let me
I
lay
forgot I
down.
told it
Let me.
before.
Did people say lay down? Probably not. Let me lay down some facts on y'all. Word. Here's the thing,
I
and
just sound like Ben Shapiro.
he-
Did you see what his rap name is? Dr. Dreidel? That's so cute. That's so cute.
that's
I wanted
fine.
to support it just because that's a really good name.
He only had
Dr. Dreidel?
one line in there that everybody liked was, "My money is Lizzo, my pockets are fat." Fine, that's great because everybody
That's
wants to
pretty.
just admit that Lizzo is a fat piece of shit.
Well, she admits it too. She's losing weight.
Oh God, no! There goes her career. What's she gonna do?
Maybe.
What's she gonna do? Play the flute? The skin flaps are gonna make her look even more like Dumbo. Those will just be ears.
Yeah. I remember when what was her name? Adele. Adele lost weight and
Yeah.
people were all mad that she like lost weight and then I haven't heard anyone talk about her since then and up
She's
to that
still.
point people would like praise her voice and talk about like I would see people online talking about her and hear her name, in real life. I have not heard one thing about her since then.
No, she's still making beautiful music. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
she's
I'm just
fine.
saying nobody cares about her anymore because she
She
looks
had
like a
that
normal
one.
person.
She had that one fucking huge song 10 years ago. Not 10 years ago even. Maybe it's almost been that. I can't do it. Obviously, hello from the other side. That bullshit. Like that was That was the last time she blew up. She'll blow up again. She's fine. You know, I haven't heard from Megan Trainor. She stinks. She was the.
Yeah.
It's all about that bass. About that bass. No trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had that. Her lyrics were, "My mama always told me, don't worry about your size. Uh, something, da. But I replaced that with, my mama always told me, don't worry about your size. Now I have diabetes and I am about to die."
The funny thing is, like,
I hate her.
she's not even very fat in the
No,
music
she wasn't.
video.
She
Like,
was
she's just
no,
like a normal sized person. Like, I mean, she weighs more than me, but she's not fat.
no. She never was. But that was her whole thing. That was a fun period of time when it was like, actually, it's all of it. They tried to run that by people until 2020. They were like, actually, you should gain as much weight as possible. And then 2020 happened, and they were like, look at all these fat people dying. And
Yeah.
that
I
took
think
a back
she
seat.
really was a trendsetter, though, because she was fat at the time. Like, if you think about, like, who else was famous, it's like, I mean, it was when I was in high school, right? And,
No,
like, it was still, no? I thought it were, like, not that long after.
no, I think it was like first time I had ever heard it was probably like 2016.
Let me look it up real quick just because I feel like so when I was in high school like the whole like super anorexic looking girls with like low rise pants was still going on. Let me see, when did all about that bass come out?
Yeah, I could have sworn it was like 2016, but also I'm sure she's made tons of music that people like since then, and
I don't know.
uh, I just unless it goes like,
Uh oh, it was 2014. So
oh
that's
wow,
like yeah, I'm only like 2 years off there, really. Um
10 years off, but whatever.
2
10 years from your high
2
school days.
Excuse me. You're the old man here, okay?
Not even that old. I'm 26.
Oh, you are a liar. You have said how old you are so
I'm
many times on this show.
26. I'm 26 years old.
Speaking of which, can we go back to how we used to like give just the most absurd and random and false descriptions of me? Because when we started describing me more accurately, they're gonna dox me.
I've always
They
said that you're ugly.
figured it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is false.
Okay.
We used to say that I was, 6'3" and all
Hmm.
kinds of things. I'm only 6 foot, so we're
You're
moving on.
six. Okay, whatever. They're fucking Yao Ming.
Yao Ming.
What's weird is
I've
your
never
eyes are like that too.
like his.
Yeah, an Asian man's.
My eyes are big and beautiful and wide open. Okay, thank you very much.
My eyes are wide open to the lies you're telling these people.
Okay, back to the story. Would I be the asshole for telling a woman she has a big booty? I've noticed that a lot of women don't seem to like components, which, yeah,
What?
wrong word, such as
Okay,
you,
compliments. He's on
you
his
gotta,
phone. Okay,
yeah.
he's on his phone.
It's autocorrect will take your perfectly correct sentence and change 4 words in it before you notice. It's
Holy
really upsetting.
shit! Hold on, everybody hear Abby's new and
Yeah.
groundbreaking stand-up
Okay, I'm
thing
sorry. It's
from
not. I'm just talking. We're having a
2006.
conversation. We're having a conversation right now, okay? This
You're
is
having a
not I'm not
convulsion.
doing a
Oh,
routine.
sorry. Autocorrect. I'm gonna get a new drink soon. You stink.
No. No, can we just do the freaking show? Just sit there.
Yeah, do that first.
Okay. Women don't seem to like components such as you got a big booty or huge tits. I don't understand why, though.
True.
I feel like we're kind of moving away from you have a big butt meaning fat, though. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's a good thing.
why people didn't like it, was because if your wife says like, does this make my butt look big, and you say yes, you're calling her fat. But that's not, with all these surgeries and stuff and liposuction, that's not true anymore.
No.
It's fine. I don't know. If some women came up to me and were like, you got a huge dick, I'd be like, hell yeah, you know what's up. It's not even just compliments like that, though. I feel like women in general tend to see components as an insult or something offensive. It just makes me wonder if women are even really that attracted to guys. Hmm.
Um. Yeah, most of them aren't. They're just attracted to not being murdered. Like that's. But all women are fucking lesbians. They just don't like being murdered.
We don't like being murdered,
Also, that's
but
not even true. That's not even true. They all love the idea of being murdered.
no, 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 no. We like the idea of you could, but you won't.
Then why do you watch true crime all the fucking time?
I don't.
Yeah, sure.
And that's like a it's like the same reason you watch a scary movie. And some women think that they're like learning about red flags to look out for or something in men, which
That
is
is
kind of silly.
that is pretty funny. That because the red flags are what lives alone, uh, muscular, doesn't talk a lot. Oh, you mean the strong, silent type that's totally self-sufficient? What? No,
I don't know.
no. Listen, women, if you're out there, you got to understand. Every man could kill you at any time if he just felt like it. But don't live in fear because most of us don't do that. And the ones that do, all of those guys going, that's a bad guy. You ought to stay away from him. That guy they're talking about is that guy. So we try to warn you.
I don't know that that's necessarily true.
Okay, I'm sure some killer, who skins people alive has been like, yeah, I don't know if Chad is that great of a guy. Anybody can pick up on that and go, okay, not that guy though. He's an odd one. I'm not doing Revenge of the Nerds shit. I'm just saying if you can't point out that guy skins people, then you deserve it.
What? They don't. Okay.
They
don't wear a
do.
sign. They don't wear a sign. No.
They do wear a sign. They seriously, pedophiles don't wear the same pair of same pair of glasses all the time and have the same
No.
haircut.
No, that's movies. You're talking about movies.
Go to the
real life
go.
is not movies.
Okay, look.
Look, you're gonna talk to me about what a pedophile looks like?
Yes, you look like a pedophile. Now,
Okay. My glasses are fine.
Go to the sex offenders registry in your neighborhood and tell me those guys all don't have a, as they're calling it these days, a vibe. Okay?
Okay, I'm
They
looking
do.
at the sex offender registry right now.
Yeah, they all look like that.
Okay, this is gonna be so racist, isn't it? Is this why you're making me do this?
No, it's not even racist. They just all like look and they've got a look. They definitely have a look. Putting beers in my fridge. They got a whole thing. You can look at a guy and you can go, that guy's a sex offender.
Let me see. I want to see what they look like. Where are pictures?
Should be right there on the website. You're going to tell me you look at Harvey Weinstein and you're not like, he's a creep. Of course. You can tell.
I don't know that he has glasses.
No, he doesn't have glasses, but I'm sure he wore glasses when he was driving or reading.
Okay, let me see. What is it, a zip code to plug in here? I don't want to plug mine in.
Nobody can see it, dickhead.
Fine.
They all look the same.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, this is just so many things to do. I thought this was going to be faster.
I don't know. You could always just Google image search pedophiles.
No, it wants me to put in names. There's no just like pictures. It wants me to search for names.
Okay. Well, there's
This
not.
is
You can
very
search
annoying.
addresses, but
Okay,
if
there we go. I found. Okay, let's go to Alabama.
and you're a mom, huh? And you haven't looked for registered sex offenders in your area. That's chalk that one up to yet another. I'm gonna get a Gatorade, I think, and start pissing at it. You
No, stop. Just chill out, okay? Do not do that. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. I just cannot get to pictures. Screw all of this. I give up.
okay?
Why are
Well,
they making it so difficult for me to look at what a pedophile looks like?
because you're on the registry, you need a login.
They're like, we know this IP address.
Uh, I'm sorry if you think that you can't take a look and tell that some guy is a creep,
Have you
then
ever been molested, Bryden?
100% every day.
Okay. Erica does not count.
I'm telling you, look up. If you go, okay, I'm gonna do this right now.
Bryden,
Shot
this is absurd.
child molesters. Okay, images. Well, for some reason it brings up Dexter, but from the TV show
It's gonna
Dexter.
be like TV show people.
Yeah. You can tell. You can tell. You can always tell.
I cannot argue with you right now without trauma dumping, so I'm just gonna leave it because I do that too
Okay.
much. But you're wrong, is the point.
I'm not.
Pretty normal looking people.
It's your inability to see that somebody is off-putting is why you'll never succeed in sales.
It's a good point. I don't want to succeed in sales. You know what? We're going to talk about salesmen in a minute after this story. We're going to finish this story
Now,
first.
now salesman,
Now,
I would say probably a high rape type of
yeah, they're freaking predators.
yeah.
They're literally predators. Like, even if they're not sexual predators, they are predators.
Well, that's
Yeah.
completely different at all. That's a positive thing. That's completely different than this
Well, whatever.
sexual predator.
But no, okay. So he said he feels like women aren't even that attracted to guys, and somehow we started. Okay, I don't know why, but we got off on a
Because it's
tangent.
true. Because it's true.
Looks. If you're talking about looks, then no, not like a lot. Honestly, it's not really. Doesn't really factor in as much
Lesbian.
as other things. I mean,
We need
it's like
Jesse. We need Jesse over here, dude.
like
He
a
needs
pretty
to.
man is like it's like a piece of art. I personally don't want to have sex with art. Do you know
You're
what I mean?
literally a lesbian. You're literally a lesbian. You are literally a lesbian. It's
No,
crazy.
a lot of women will tell you this. It's like a personality thing and a vibe thing and like a presence thing.
Where these women have really short haircuts and
I'm not
broad
talking about women.
shoulders.
Not talking about women. I'm talking about men.
No, you are a lesbian. It's
If
crazy
I
how
was a
many women.
lesbian, I wouldn't be into butch women. So I don't know where you're getting off with that.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't.
Oh my god, I don't know. This is a terrible episode.
Is
We
your
don't do
idea
a
of
good
a
job.
is your idea of a great date just stay at home and nest
No.
a little bit? Might be.
No.
Yeah.
No. No. Just want to no, I want to go to a thing and go out and have fun, you know?
Yeah.
If a woman gives another man a compliment, they usually feel better about that. Oh, if a woman gives another woman a component, they usually feel better about that. I just don't get it though. Okay, I'll tell you why it's better to be complimented by a woman though. Is
Because
because a
you're
woman
gay.
is going to say, "Wow, I really like your hair. The way it frames your face suits your facial structure." And it's like they're complimenting a choice you made because they get it. And they get all the things around it and they like you and the choices you made,
Now I'm not
right?
okay.
Or like, I like your boots, real cute boots. Where'd you get them? It's like she likes my sense of style, something I put thought into and effort into. you
Now,
know?
okay,
It feels good.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm not speaking for this guy, but I give compliments out all the time because people make interesting and cool fashion choices, and I just like clothes. So I compliment people all the time, and I will say things like that. Really like that shirt. I
Mhm.
don't often follow up with "good job hiding your gut, bro" or something like that. But I think it always comes from a place of that's a good fashion choice for that person's
Yeah.
whole get up.
So
Uh,
you get it. You're like a girl.
no, I'm a very fashionable man.
Mhm. Like a girl.
Very
What did they
fashion,
call it back in the day? Metrosexuals?
not metrosexual.
Not even close. No.
No, I that was everybody was Lance Bass for a little while. That was a and he ended up being gay. Uh,
Yeah.
it's the name of this episode is called "Gay Tendencies," but yeah, I think it's women assume and men assume too. If the opposite sex compliments you, you're like, well, clearly this person wants to fuck. I think that's where this is something this guy is misunderstanding.
Yeah,
Um, so, but he could use it to his
that's true.
advantage because it's like if they're turned off by the whole idea, they clearly don't want to fuck you. So just keep doing the numbers game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. But I'm not sure. I feel like you got a big booty is not the ideal compliment
No,
still.
that's a rough one. Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
really.
Maybe where's the I don't
I don't know why you
sorry.
would say. I don't know why that would be your lead in. It'd be like, whoa,
Yeah, it's
really
not
love those
smart.
boots. It accents your giant can.
I feel like I mean obviously he wants to he's attracted to the woman, right? Like
I compliment ugly women for their fashion all the time, though.
yeah, but you don't compliment their butt.
No, I've never once been like, you got a big booty.
I
Unless
just
I
feel like
was insulting
it,
them. And I was like, listen,
yeah.
you fucking fat piece of shit.
I feel like there needs to be some subterfuge here, where
That,
you
that, isn't
like
that, wait, isn't that
sub
spy stuff?
yes, but where you're like you don't say yo you got a big booty. You're like
No,
oh
no,
I
no, 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 no,
really
no.
you know
What?
you gotta like couch it in something.
You put, hey, couch ass.
You have to
You,
pretend that you're not just complimenting her big booty. That's why you compliment something else, like something she's wearing.
First of all, you put yo in front of that, by the way. I just wanted to like notate how racist that is. And then secondly, um, I mean, what is he gonna say? Hey, nice Spanx.
No, that would be really awful. If you like notice that she's wearing Spanx, that would be the worst thing you could do.
Like, it's if your ass is big enough, I then and they know when they're wearing like butt accentuating devices.
Yeah.
They know, but you got to
They make
compliment
clothes with padding in them for that stuff now.
women are just liars at their core, and gay men just help them along by designing those clothes.
I don't see the point. Unless it's like for an Instagram situation, like these influencers that are just pretending they have a big butt because they make money off of it or something.
Oh
But
no,
like
no,
if
no,
you're
no!
trying
It
to
works.
attract a man,
It works.
like seems like that would be not smart.
What do you think? Okay, so a guy gets you in your big ass home, and then he finds out like it's not like your butt is trans. It's like it's still like, well, it's the way it is. It's like makeup in the morning. They go and wash the face off because they got cum on it, and then they're like, "Fucking all right, it's not what I thought." Asians, they get rid of the little nose bridge. It's the whole thing.
Yeah, they go crazy with it.
It's respectable the amount of time they go it goes into it. But like men, if you've been out there, you know, maybe there's butt pads now. I didn't know about it. Maybe there are
There's
now.
butt pads.
All right, so there's butt pads now. Do you really think a guy gets her home, she's got the butt pads, do you think he's gonna go, "Excuse me, miss, you're a
Well, no, but that
liar"?
doesn't bode well for a relationship. I'm not talking about like a hookup situation where it's just for that night. See, that's where your mind is going. But I'm thinking like you see a girl, excuse me, at the coffee shop, and
In her
you want to
butt
take her
pads.
on a date, and you go on like 3 dates, and she's wearing butt pads on every one. You know,
First of
and you
all,
want to have
two
like a
things.
relationship with the woman,
Two
and
things.
but she's been lying to you about her butt pads.
Two things. One, I don't think that butt pad lady is looking for a relationship. And then two, they expect it now. They go, these are just pants. That'll be the argument. If they ever had the argument about the butt pad pants, it'd be like, these are just pants. It's the only thing you care about me for is my body. I thought you liked my personality and all that. Oh, the
Yeah.
personality that is deceitful?
Well, a smart person, a smart woman would argue that it's actually very recent that we didn't use like clothing to create a certain silhouette that's not true, right? With like corsets and those like bird
Sure.
cage thingies to poof out your skirt, and they would stuff their bras and stuff. They had like push-ups and stuffed bras
Women
and
have
all
been
kinds of stuff. They
lying
would
since.
totally your entire body shape's completely different.
Hmm?
And then we started wearing tighter clothes and that went away.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Women have been lying about shit for since the dawn of time.
Mm.
You know, it's I don't know. Maybe it's just my advanced age, but
Yeah. You're pretty old. You're
I
getting
am.
a little gray there.
No, I have one big
Beard.
long gray
Yeah, I could
fucking
see
yeah.
it.
It's rough. It's coming for me. It's coming for me. I can only dye my hair for so long, But yeah, I mean, women have been lying to you about what they look like naked and afraid for since you've met women. All right. So if you see a 10 out there, you're like, which you've never seen a 10. If you see a 10, deduct her 4 points if she's really dressed up. That's how you do it.
Why? Four. Four is a lot. You would think
Yeah.
that you would be smart enough to be able to tell a little bit.
Well, that's why I said
Like,
if she's really dressed up. If she's really dressed up,
yeah.
deduct 4 points from that. That doesn't mean she's not beautiful. That doesn't mean that you're not going to fuck her. But that does mean it's all smoke and mirrors, dude. It's always been. Now, and to the credit of women, men do the same thing, but they do it through different ways. The way that men do it is they buy your drink, even though they're overdrawn in their fucking accounts.
Yeah.
Men's car is in the shop when they're getting that Uber for you home, okay? Like,
Yeah.
they men create fucking job titles that don't exist. I'm the senior executive of account management at Corpco or whatever, right? Like no, he's not. He works in a call center.
His
That's
dating app profile says he's 6'1". He's actually five foot
yes,
six.
exactly. It's they just assume women can't measure. Like
And a lot of women, we have bad depth perception, and most of them are shorter than me. So,
it's just men do that too. We just spend a lot less money on it unless we
mm.
go to the bar with you, in which case it's just worldly, otherworldly expensive.
I will say that I think the men online who are whining about makeup fooling them have not realized something that the videos they're commenting on, to give it as an example, are the things fooling them. Like, women are not doing full like costume level makeup to go to brunch with their
Right.
girlfriends. And like there's these videos that have been going around where a woman puts on like a peel off mask first and does her makeup over it and then
Mm.
just like peels it off, and men are like, "Oh, they're like reptilians shedding their skin. This is so deceptive."
Well, they
But
are.
if you've ever worn a peel off mask, as soon as you smile, that like wrinkle there where your laugh lines are at
Well, your
all, that
wrinkle.
doesn't go away. That's stuck, right? You would her face would not look so smooth under there. Like you would see every single line in her face if she had worn that for any more time than it took her to turn the camera on and peel it off to make you think women are doing this. Like they're getting duped into thinking they're getting duped, which is hilarious to me.
I haven't seen those, but I'm imagining what you're talking about is
Yeah.
like the Chinese streamers and shit where they put on these weird get-ups. Uh,
Well, that's more extreme version of it, but the American versions don't have like extra nose bridges they have to scrape off or whatever. But I really doubt most Chinese women are doing that either. So
yeah, I mean, and
it's like
especially
fun. It's like costume stuff. It's like what you would do in a movie. Like people are not going out like that.
especially fucking these days with the filters and all of this shit. It's I can spot a
Yeah.
filter from a mile away. This is how old I am because back in my day, and I got catfished a few times back in my day.
Oh, I'm sure.
From this is it used to be the MySpace angle,
Oh
so
yeah, like
she's taking it,
way up here.
yeah,
And I
way up.
still
You had to
you
be
look
careful.
better from that angle even if it's not the fat thing. Like usually it was the fat thing cuz you can't
Oh no,
see like yeah.
I took all kinds of pictures like
Yeah.
that to show off my, fucking. I wore zero girls jeans and all of that. Fucking, I was 100 pounds maybe,
Yeah.
and that was in at the time, uh, at the
It was
time it was
very
in,
in, and then it was out so
yeah,
fast. The
yeah.
coolest guy in school, skinnier than you. Like,
Uh,
that was a weird era.
it was, yeah, it was a long time ago, but
He's like emaciated. He's
yeah,
like dying right now.
it was, and then I became a fat piece of shit, but.
Yeah,
Uh,
you did.
I did. It's bad, but that's fine. I'm a guy, so it doesn't matter. Uh, yeah, that's all those filters you're saying. I can spot a filter from a mile away now. I'm like,
Yeah, people,
that's
they're
rough.
getting better and stuff, but
Well, people
there's a
just don't
lot of
look like that.
filters.
People just don't look like that.
You know what's funny? I saw a thread on Twitter just a couple days ago, actually, full of women saying this woman is clearly using a filter. She's probably actually trans, right? And
Oh,
every single person commenting on that, you click on their profile picture, every single one has a filter.
of
If you know
course.
what to look for, literally all of them. What this woman's using hardcore filters, and it's like you can't even tell this person is like a human being. Their face is so blurred out in their profile picture. It was so funny to me.
It just, I don't know. I don't know. Fine, use the fucking all the filters, all that. Like it doesn't matter, but it's like I deceptive photos, especially by women, but often men too, have been a thing since the dawn of people taking selfies on the internet for dating profiles.
Hmm.
But I'm just weirded out about, like, back in my caveman days, they really had to like do a bunch of smoky fucking eyeshadow and then like
Hmm.
put an angle in there or like a big flash in the mirror on MySpace next to their
Yeah.
hot friend, and it's like, it that's the way we used to go to really shitty basement shows back in my day. And then now, what do? They put a million filters on and meet each other at a $700 a weekend festival in San Pablo or something. It's you kids don't make sense to me.
Yeah, old man Bryden. This is old man Bryden's corner, a new segment on Here to
They
Help.
don't make sense to me. I don't like it. Now I gotta pee.
Get off my lawn. Well, where are we at for time?
38 minutes.
38 minutes. We're doing so good. The last sentence here, if you're a straight woman and you got a big old butt and some dude is like, "Damn, you got a big butt." Would you feel bad about that?
Yeah, you should. That's a weird thing to say. It's not that she hates having a big old butt. It's that that's your opener. Like, not
Yeah,
even
it's
a,
not a good one. It's
hey,
low quality.
where are you? If it's a big butt competition and you're a judge,
Yeah,
that's
that would be
great.
appropriate.
That's the only time to approach a stranger's ass and go, "You got a big old butt."
Unless you can tell she's got butt pads because she's clearly asking for that compliment then,
I mean,
right?
even then, it's odd.
It's a little
I'm
odd.
gonna be looking for butt pads constantly now.
Dude, I figured it out, okay? Because it never occurred to me that women were doing this. And then, because we figured out, all the drop shipping stuff obviously is a thing. And so we go and look for something on AliExpress before we go and buy it from somewhere else, just in case. and just recommended products on the side are these like underwear and like shorts and like exercise clothes and stuff,
Wait a
like stuff
second.
you could
Wait a second.
hide under your clothes
Wait a
basically
second.
with butt pads.
Are you telling
Okay.
me that the algorithm of the fucking Chinese ass website that you buy from knows that you have no ass?
It also thinks I need a wig. Like it's got a they have a bunch of like black girl
Been
real hair
saying that
wigs.
forever, actually. That
Yeah.
you
They think I need a wig and butt
you should
pads.
cover up that shit you call hair with something.
I like my hair. It doesn't look good today because I'm sick.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, is your
I
hair
don't.
sick?
Yeah, my hair is very sick.
Your hair
I
is
didn't do
sick.
anything to it today. I just like brushed it real quick.
Great. Yeah,
You
it
know,
looks like a wig, actually.
it does kind of look like a wig.
Yeah, it's pretty
A
rough.
little bit. It always does a little bit.
Like, why are you wearing imitation snakeskin for some reason? What is?
I'm not. This is a knit sweater.
Okay, just on the camera, it comes across as
I could see that.
yeah.
I could see the pattern looking like that. Although when I was a kid, my favorite pair of pants were these like snakeskin pants, and they were so freaking hot. Dude, it was miserable. You had to peel them off because they're just stuck, like melting into your skin. The cheap, shitty
Yeah, because
snakeskin
they came
pants.
from a gas station.
I loved those things so much. I was the only one who had them. No other kid
I'll
had
bet.
snakeskin pants, dude.
Your crackhead mother made them from plastic.
Very possible,
I mean,
honestly.
who has? Okay.
There was a thing on Twitter where it's like, age you first drinked and age you first smoked weed and age you first kiss and like everyone freaking Roscoe is like, first time I ever drank was like 18 and like stuff. And everyone is
I didn't drink
such
till I was
such
18.
such good boys. And I'm sitting there like, well, my mom gave me my first Smirnoff at 8 years old. I did not post. I'm scared to answer
Well,
all the questions.
I mean, there was a picture of me having a sip of a beer as like a little
No, I
baby or
had a whole
whatever.
Smirnoff.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was
No, none of
I
that.
wasn't allowed to just sit there and drink a bunch of them, but I was allowed to have one.
That's rough.
Yeah.
No, I think I had my first cigarette at 18, beer at 18. A lot of that was scared of my parents. Um, uh,
It's funny. I should have been scared.
yeah, you were troublesome.
I was troublesome.
That's no. Maybe they had a right to pull guns on you and leave you
No.
and
No. They had no right
make
to do
you
any of that.
make
I
you
was a
fucking
child.
stare at candles and think you're psychic.
Oh my god. Look, it's not you can't just take a child's mind and like put it in a blender and then pour it back in her head and then get mad at her for literally anything she does from that point on.
Yeah,
Okay?
you're just trying
You
to
can't.
avoid consequences of your own fucking actions. I understand.
Say.
It's my
Bryden,
parents'
the
fault.
soup.
No.
It is! It's all their fault that I'm like this.
You know what'd be really funny?
What?
Why don't you tell them about it? I'm gonna take a piss.
About my child.
Suck it, idiot!
Okay, he just flipped me
I hate
off
this
with
podcast.
both fingers. Okay, look, fuck you then. Oh my gosh, he hates this podcast, but he's the reason we started it the first time, and he's the one that was like, okay, well, when are we going to start back up again? After he was the one that quit it, by the way. So, oh, he hates the podcast. Okay. All right, bitch. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Okay, so since he's gone, what should I talk about? I will talk about how what I noticed on Twitter, okay? Someone said that, a woman's biggest nightmare is late marriage or something like that. Stupid, okay? Not a woman's biggest nightmare. But I went through like the quote tweets and like what people were saying across Twitter on that, and I found out that I was right about it, okay? I know, because it's my fear too. It's that there's a snake in the toilet bowl and you're going to sit down without checking, okay? That's what every woman's biggest fear is, and it's been confirmed this
Hold on,
week,
hold on,
okay? Because
hold
I
on.
saw
Bring
a
back
bunch
up.
of people agreeing.
What's every woman's biggest fear? Because I would like to
I'm not
exploit
telling
that.
you. No, I'm not telling you.
Damn.
There was a reason I took the opportunity to give that tidbit while you were gone.
I was thinking what I'm gonna do because like all of my best ideas are when I'm peeing, right? Uh, I was thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like max out tons of credit cards, donating to the Patreon, to like trick you and your husband to think that we have this massive show, and then get you to move to Orlando and set up a set and everything, and then we can do the first episode, and then I'm gonna say psych, and I'm gonna take a piss and just leave.
But you have given me the money, right? And now
Oh
you're in
no,
credit
there's
card
bank
debt.
problem. There's bank problems.
So I'm never able to get any of the money
No, there's
throughout all
bank
this.
problems. There are bank problems. And there's like we gotta build the set. That's clearly two hundred
Gotta
fifty
build the
thousand
set,
dollars.
yeah. What about the views on the episodes?
Oh,
Are
you
you gonna
can.
bot that?
I'll just buy those from China.
I don't think we're moving up to Florida. I'm sorry. You could
No,
get
you
us out there
will.
for a live show with that,
You
though.
will think you'll be like, this is my job now, and I'm like, I know, because I'll run the game on him too. I'll be like, dude, I can't believe it. It's finally blowing up. Look at these contracts. Just
Contracts?
just to be able to go
Just like
psych.
a bunch of fake sponsors. You're just gonna pretend like it's just look up like Google. What is an ad read for
Like,
Harry's razors?
yeah, but I mean, like, how long would it take before Harry's Razors was like, we don't endorse this at all? And you
I
know,
don't know that they would even notice.
yeah, I don't think they would either, especially if I'm botting all these views and spending
They probably
countless
just
money.
make it official. Like give us money.
I don't think you can buy your way into it. I do. Yeah, I would like to know though how long it would take a legitimate company doing fake ad reads on a
get
edgy or
upset.
offensive whatever podcast or whatever
Yeah.
to be like, hey, we have nothing to do with that.
Well, it depends on if people like hated us and complained, because our listeners aren't going to go and be like, "Hey, like did they actually have this?" Like
Yeah, but I mean, if you did contact Harry's, how long would it take for them to send a cease and desist? We're
don't
like,
know.
and make a statement. Our razors have nothing to do with those two assholes saying faggot all the time.
I actually kind of want to do this right now
Me
because
too.
imagine just having that like screenshots of these statements that you could brag about. Just
Well,
like Harry's hates me, Blue Chew.
a
Whatever
cease and
else. Like,
a cease and desist. All you've done is make a company or make somebody or a company. I've gotten a
mhm.
few cease and desist letters in my time. Is you're making them pay a lawyer to send you a pointless fucking record
Yeah.
letter. You're
Like they're
not
not
you're
going to do
not getting
anything
sued.
until you refuse to cease, basically. Like it doesn't mean anything.
Well, a cease and desist order comes from a judge. A cease and desist letter just comes from a fucking
Yeah.
lawyer. So you just ignore that and keep doing what you're doing, and nothing happens. I'm living proof. So
Well, if they do try to sue you, you just stop,
yeah,
right? You
yeah,
just stop doing it and it all goes away.
yeah. But then you got to deal with the lawsuit. But they got to, it's a whole thing.
I don't want to deal with a lawsuit.
I do. I have decided to max
Okay.
out all of my credit cards, take 1 billion loans, and
I mean, we could do fake ad reads without doing that.
no, not if we're not pissing anybody off. What was that soy milk? No, Soylent. Wasn't that a thing for a while?
Yep. And they had to sell a bottle opener contraption.
That's true. They did. That's
That's
rough.
so funny.
I remember being fucking like, at the time, vegan, going like, what is wrong with these people?
Yeah. They weren't getting enough protein.
You
I
can
need
get
the
tons of
Soylent.
you can get tons of protein on a vegan diet. You just have to go out of your way to get it. Like,
Yeah, but most people just I mean, if you look up like all these like vegan influencer. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm getting sicker as I
oh
talk.
yeah, was it like vegan? Who was the big guy at the time? I don't know if he still is. Vegan Gains or whatever.
Mm.
He was a big guy.
So something like if he's gaining muscle, then clearly he's doing it right. But a lot of these people are just like, yeah, I eat salads every day, and this is how many
That's not
mangoes I
gonna work for you.
eat, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's terrible for you.
Yeah, I mean, I still think that vegetarian and vegan diets are good, potentially very healthy.
Hmm.
but you really got to know what you're fucking doing. Like you got to get
Yeah.
like your fucking was it like beta 3 or whatever from the fish
It's
oil?
B12.
B12? Oh
Yeah,
no,
there's
that's the
B12
sun.
is something else. I don't know what you mean about the fish
I think
oil.
it's
What's in fish
D3.
oil? Omega?
Yeah, omega
Omega.
3. That's the one. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to get your omega 3s. Do that whole thing. Uh, you got to figure out
B12 is
all
in
your
meat, though. So that's important. You have to take that.
yeah. You got to figure out all your stuff. I mean, it's just it's a more complicated diet. It's not just being like, well, time to eat Impossible Burgers. Which, by the way, the one thing that I noticed. So like back when I was man, we're really off the rails, but whatever.
We have
Is
been this whole time. It's been a problem.
it's a backup episode. It's fine. Next week we'll figure it out. But there was like I came from a time back when I first started veganism. Not anymore, and I kind of feel bad about it. But it was pretty hard to have like meat substitutes and all of that stuff, especially like out at
Yeah.
restaurants and things like that. And by the time that I quit, any of that stuff, which actually wasn't even that long ago when I was back when I was in Ohio, there
It was
was
last year, wasn't
right,
it?
yeah, when I ate meat
That
again.
you started eating meat. I know you started eating cheese before that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, but they had like just in my shitty little town outside of Cincinnati, they had dairy-free options at the little
Hmm.
ice cream store. And that did not fucking exist before. So I think that that's really added to making vegan and vegetarian shit unhealthy as shit. You shouldn't be eating that type of crap. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a
No.
fun treat every once in a while. Like if you're doing the vegetarian or vegan thing to have some fake meat, because it's grains and all of that. It's very good, but you can't have that all the time. You're supposed to be eating goddamn fucking meat or not meat, grains and fucking
Like
legumes and
lentils.
yeah,
Yeah, you gotta have lentils. And like, I don't know, because, the Orthodox do the fasting and stuff, and I'm not great at it, honestly. And I have iron problems. I have anemia,
oh,
so it's kind
hold
of
on,
hard
hold on.
to.
How are you
But
bad at fasting? I've known you to eat 3 things a day, and it's 3 lentils usually.
okay, that's not. I don't mean like intermittent fasting where you eat nothing, but it's Orthodox fasting. You follow rules, so you're basically vegan during that time, and it's Wednesdays and Fridays, and right. That's basically what it is. You're
The vegan
vegan
diet's super easy
during
to
that time.
follow, though. You just
But you
never.
do eat a little less. No, but what I'm saying is when I do it, when I have done it, I have
Do
no
it.
interest in trying some like fake meat. Never have even once. I eat like and
Yeah.
you go for 40 days and I won't have any interest in it. I'm eating lentils and if I want like something meat like I make portobello mushrooms
Yeah. That's a
and
pretty
stuff
mainstream.
those with stuff.
The only,
I've
the,
made a sandwich with them before.
the
A little
only,
burger thing.
yeah, of course. The only, and I stand by this because it's so goddamn fucking delicious. And unfortunately, there's one grocery store in town that sells it, and it's far away from me. Is Field Roast Celebration Roast. All right, it's this tiny little
You
roast.
told me about this.
Oh, it's so good. Fuck turkey. I want that on Thanksgiving. It's so good. It's just like this little stuffed roast. It's all made of a bunch of grains and pea protein and shit like that. It's pretty good. It's very filling. Uh, it's delicious. But even that, you shouldn't eat it all the goddamn time. If you're going vegan, for a very long period of my life, even though I did eat, the occasional fake meat and things like that, it was mostly shit like, well, here's portobello. That's what you do.
Yeah.
It's and you make it creative ways. A lot of
Yeah, that's something I noticed with the fasting. Yeah, you got to actually think about it because like a meat, vegetable, starch, that's easy peasy. If you can't just follow that formula anymore, you've got to
yeah.
think about it.
I mean, dude, cashew cheese is one of the most delicious things in the entire world. I I don't see many people who talk about cashew cheese. Although, and before we move on from this very boring thing,
Hmm.
uh, I do want to bring up the people that say things like, "Oh, I hate vegan food," or "I couldn't eat vegetarian." Well, you like chips and salsa, don't you? Did
Yeah.
like you're a dickhead. And also, Oreo cookies, by the way, are vegan. You
Yeah.
dumb fucks. That was always a very irritating thing to me. And for the whole complaining about like annoying vegans, of which there are some, but not as much as there used to be in the 90s. Uh, they kind of just fell off. But I've never seen anybody ever fucking complain more about somebody else's diet than somebody finding out that somebody is vegan. To the point that I used to have a joke. How do you know the vegan at the dinner party? He's already heard that joke before. Because it's very frustrating. You're almost like Democrats, to be honest with you.
Well, it gets to that point with a lot of things where it starts off where these are like young people who are like trying to be edgy and, animal rights and stuff and like all that. And so
They
they
don't
talk
exist
about it a
anymore.
lot, but as soon as it becomes like a little bit more popular, the joke doesn't land anymore because it's just like a normal thing people do. And like most people don't do it, but it's not that weird anymore. Like you've heard of it.
Yeah.
But the joke keeps going.
I've never even for the many years that you knew me when I was vegan and vegetarian or whatever, I never once was like, "Hey, fuck you, faggot! You're eating meat." Like that's
No.
I'm like, yeah, it's good. I just don't do it. And I every time that it ever came up, even the vegetarian stuff, which is way more normal than vegan, which is extreme.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can never be vegan now because of the clothes. Are you serious? I need this cotton. I'm not going back to fucking nylon. Yeah,
Polyester.
ugh,
Yeah.
not doing it. But I need that cotton. I need some leather and all of that. But I feel bad about it. I'm sorry, animals, but I gave you 10 good years, buddies. Uh, yeah, that was my whole point of that. It was very frustrating. So if you're that guy out there and you're like, I'm gonna make a vegan thing, you're gay. I want you to know that in fact it is you that are gay. Start being original. Start being cool. Don't have to be a vegan, but they're not that weird.
No, I think it's fine. And I think honestly, we've gotten to a point where you'll have a lot of people that would never be vegan still talking about how terrible factory farming is and
Which is
stuff
great.
like that.
Which means we won because that's the whole point.
Well, I don't know that anyone's won anything until we like actually step up on trying to make it more humane. But there is research on it
Nobody is
coming
gonna
out
make it more
about how
humane.
like your meat is better for you and tastes better if the cow was happy and not stressed. Like stress actually changes the meat, and now that's coming out, and so maybe people will care a little bit more about that. Like
Here's the thing.
quality meat is stress-free meat situation. I don't know.
Here's the thing. Now that is totally true from what I've heard as well, but that's just going to raise the price of meat and make meat harder to come by, which means that only rich people can have it, so that
Mhm.
you can eat crickets.
Well, you can't feed the masses without factory farming at
Yeah.
this point. Like we'd have to cut off all immigration and deport quite a few people just to start.
I,
Just to
s-
start.
I say we start with the white people because I'm about tired of them.
Bye, Bryden. Going back to the Dutch place, wherever they're
I
from.
mean, that's fine. I'm pretty sure they made like Gouda cheese or something like that. I'll go back to,
Yeah, Gouda's really good.
it's probably the best cheese, but
It's,
it is
I
the
think
best
it's
cheese.
my favorite, or like a good Gruyere.
Yeah, yeah. I get some Munster in
Mm.
there, but Munster feels lesser than those.
I feel like Munster's it's in like top 5, but maybe it's
It's
5,
used it. It's
you
used in
know?
a blended pizza though.
Yeah.
You know, you don't put Gouda on there unless it's like a real specialty pizza.
Mm-mm.
Gouda's
Oh
the
my
Gouda's a
goodness.
good one. Gruyère's pretty
Use
great.
Gouda in a pasta with like sun-dried tomatoes. That's the best.
I'm a bit scarred from sun-dried tomatoes because they need to be very, very sparsely put in there. Uh,
Oh.
because I back in Cincinnati, we there's this place, La Rosa's Pizza. I'm sure I've talked about it on the fucking podcast before. I got a calzone. And it was like supposed to be just cheese and sun-dried tomatoes. They put 1.5 pounds of sun-dried tomatoes in there. Sun-dried tomatoes are not just good to eat.
Well, they're really oily too. They're very tart and very oily.
It was the worst thing that happened, and like it's a very popular pizza spot in Cincinnati, and I Like, yeah, I kept getting free meals. It happened like 2 or 3 times. And I remember on the last one, I was like, you don't even have to give me a free meal. I don't want this. I hate you. You make
You
terrible
ruined my
food.
day. You owe me money for this free food. Like,
I mean, it was terrible. It was so bad. Because there's two things in Cincinnati: Skyline Chili, which is amazing, and then La Rosa's Pizza. And La Rosa's can take a hike. That's what I say. I say get rid of it.
yeah. All right. I feel like we're probably out of
We
time
are
for today,
exactly at an
folks.
hour, and this is welcome to the backup episodes. They're like bonus episodes, but fucking worse.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, everyone. I actually legitimately am sorry for my low energy today. I'm losing my voice. I woke up and I said, oh gosh, I need to not speak all day so that I could do the show later
Is that
because
why
I'm
your
that
husband was
off.
telling me he was having a great day? We were talking earlier. He was like, I don't know what it is, but I just feel motivated and having a great
Well,
day.
it's not just that. Okay, let me tell you, actually. And this can go on air. Okay, I don't even care at
I
this point.
can't. I
Okay,
can't.
he has barely spoken to me for a week because
Well,
he's got stuff going on at work
and you're sick.
and he didn't want to get sick. And like the kids have been getting sick one at a time, like dominoes. And as soon as the first one got sick, he was like, your mom's dealing with you. I cannot get sick this week. Like, I'm not getting sick this week. So, like, he won't come near me. He will not be in the same room as me for a week now. I'm sure he's having a grand old time.
I heard he made an entire fucking documentary about how happy he was.
I would believe that. He seems fine with it,
He's
honestly.
got
Like he's got
seven
someone over
hundred
now. They're having
thousand.
cigars. Like
Wait,
they're out there.
is it cigars or never
Okay,
mind?
look, it's a man.
He's it's a man, yeah. Yeah, he did start DJing.
Oh no. I forgot he's gay now. Okay, everyone. Thank you for listening and have a great week secure in the knowledge that we are with you and we're the only ones you can trust are here to help.